Emma's story is a vivid testament to the power of kindness and empathy. Despite struggling with challenges in her business and personal life, she was still willing to help the elderly man on a rainy night when he needed assistance the most. That small yet compassionate act not only helped him overcome his hunger, but also unlocked opportunities that changed her life. Let us know where you're watching from. Now, relax and enjoy this amazing story. Emma had owned her small diner for 5 years. Every morning, she woke up at 4 a.m. to prepare the food. She made everything from scratch, using recipes her grandmother taught her. The smell of fresh bread and soup filled the tiny kitchen, as she worked alone to save money on staff. Business had been slow lately. Emma looked at her bills spread across the counter after closing time. Her hands trembled as she counted the day's earnings. It wasn't enough for next month's rent. She thought about her 2 children at home. Tommy was 12 and Sophia was 9. They needed new school supplies, but she couldn't afford them. The weather forecast showed rain all week. Rainy days meant fewer customers. That evening, the rain poured heavily outside. The streetlights cast long shadows through the diner windows. Emma was about to close early when she heard the bell above the door ring. An old man walked in, his clothes soaked from the rain. He stood quietly by the door, water dripping onto the floor. His gray hair was messy, and his coat had holes in it. But there was something gentle about his eyes. Emma noticed how thin he looked. His hands shook slightly as he held onto his worn hat. Emma walked up to the old man with a warm smile. She could see he was embarrassed about his wet clothes dripping on her clean floor. She grabbed a clean towel from behind the counter and handed it to him. "I haven't eaten in 3 days. I lost my job last month and spent my last dollars on medicine. I have no money for food," the man said softly, his voice trembling. His eyes looked down at the floor. Emma remembered her first year in America. She had gone to bed hungry many nights, saving every penny for her children's food. The memory of that hunger was still fresh in her mind. She guided the old man to a corner table. "Don't worry about money today," she told him. The man tried to refuse, but Emma was already walking to the kitchen. She turned the stove back on and started cooking. She wanted to give him something special, something that would warm his body and soul. She made her grandmother's chicken soup, the recipe she saved for her own family. The vegetables were fresh, and she added extra chicken. The soup simmered as she baked a fresh batch of bread. The warm smell filled the empty diner. While cooking, Emma thought about her own father. He had passed away 10 years ago. This old man reminded her of him, the same kind eyes and gentle voice. She wondered if her father had ever gone hungry without telling anyone. The old man sat quietly, watching the rain outside. Emma noticed he kept wiping tears from his eyes. She pretended not to see, wanting to protect his dignity. She knew how hard it was to accept help sometimes. When the soup was ready, Emma added a generous portion of bread on the side. She also packed some extra bread and cookies in a paper bag. Tomorrow might be another hungry day for him. She couldn't let that happen. She served him the meal, with the same care she would show her own father. The man stared at the steam rising from the bowl. The portion was big enough for 2 people, but Emma knew he needed it. His hands were shaking as he picked up the spoon. The old man took his first spoonful of soup. A tear rolled down his cheek as he tasted it. He began sharing memories of family dinners from his childhood. Emma sat with him while he ate. The diner was empty anyway, and something told her he needed company more than food. "My name's Noah. I used to be an accountant before the company downsized last month. I worked at the same company for 30 years. When they let me go, they only gave me 2 weeks' pay. My savings went to medical bills after my wife passed away last year." Emma listened and nodded. She shared some of her own story, too. Noah finished his meal and sat back with a content sigh. Color had returned to his face. He looked different now, more alive. He reached into his worn coat pocket and pulled out a small notepad. His hands were steady now as he wrote something. Emma started clearing his plates. "Keep the paper bag with the extra food." Noah smiled. "Thank you." No one has shown me such kindness in years." When Noah stood up to leave, he placed a folded note on the table. Emma tried to stop him. The rain had stopped now. He turned and gave her one last look before leaving. Emma watched him disappear into the night. She walked over to his table, expecting to find a thank you note. What she found instead made her sit down in shock. Her hands trembled as she read the words on the paper. The note was written in neat handwriting. At first, Emma thought her eyes were playing tricks on her. She read it again and again. Each time her heart beat faster. She couldn't believe what she was seeing. The note wasn't just a thank you message, it was a business card and a handwritten letter. The letter explained, "I have been watching your diner for weeks. I saw how you treat every customer like family. I noticed your dedication to quality food. I've been looking for someone exactly like you, someone with both skill and heart. I have powerful friends in the restaurant business. I promise to return tomorrow with investors. I see potential in your little diner. Your kindness tonight proved you're the kind of person we want to work with." Emma's hands shook as she read the part about his connections. He mentioned names she had seen in business magazines, people who owned restaurant chains across the country. She could hardly believe they would be interested in her small diner. She stayed up late that night, cleaning everything again. Her mind was racing. Could this really be happening? The next morning, Emma arrived earlier than usual. She made fresh coffee and baked extra bread. Her heart jumped at every sound of the door opening. Each customer made her wonder if they were the investors Noah mentioned. Around lunchtime, a group of people in business suits walked in. Noah was with them, looking completely different. His clothes were expensive now. He stood tall and confident, but his kind eyes were the same. He smiled at Emma like they shared a secret. Emma's hands trembled as she cooked, but she put all her love into each dish. She remembered her grandmother saying, "Food made with love always tastes better." Emma saw them nodding as they tasted her food. Noah walked around the diner, showing them the space. Before leaving, they gathered around Emma's counter. "We want to invest in your diner. Our plan will keep everything you love about your restaurant but help it grow. We'd like to open 5 more locations across the city." The changes started happening quickly. They hired more staff, so Emma didn't have to work alone anymore. They kept all her recipes exactly the same. "Your grandmother's chicken soup will be our signature dish. It's the heart of the business." Within 6 months, Emma's diner transformed. Regular customers still came every day, happy to see that the food and service remained the same. Emma could finally buy her children new school supplies. She moved them to a better apartment closer to school. Tommy and Sophia were proud of their mom. Noah still came by for soup every week. Your kindness that rainy night wasn't just about the food. It was about dignity, about treating people with respect. That's what makes you special. That's what makes your restaurant successful, he told Emma. Emma kept the note Noah left that night. She framed it and hung it in her office. It reminded her that kindness can change lives in unexpected ways. Sometimes, when she looked at it, she thought about how one small act of compassion had transformed not just her life, but the lives of so many others. An act from the heart not only brings joy and hope to the receiver, but can also transform the giver's life. Treat everyone with kindness, for sometimes it is the key to opening new doors in life. Are you willing to invite a stranger to a meal like Emma did? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If this story touched your heart, give it a like and share it with others. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to hear more inspiring stories. Goodbye, and see you soon.